Helter Skelter.
We don't know much about him besides the fact that he got one-shotted by Travis, and that his death is the catalyst for his brother in No More Heroes 2 as the beginning boss for that game.
It'll be your blood this time, when I avenge my brother!
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
And that he's described as being a very cool-looking, hot-headed dude from Travis in the cutscene. But besides that, is there any reason why I include him in this list? Because there is a prequel comic that actually does describe this character in a bit more detail. Is that he's pretty much just taking up the job so he can provide for his brother, as it's not so subtly implied that their parents are abusive pieces of work, so it is made abundantly clear that he is not proud of the work he's done and he's just pretty much over this shit as an assassin, which is very common with all the assassins in this game. So when he sees Touchdown Boy, he's pretty much like, he sees that his blind cockiness precedes him and he pretty much just finds it baffling. Oh, hell no! So he heads in for the kill and
boom.
Is this nigga serious?
yeah, the rest is history. I mean, it's bad in the game's cutscene, really bad, he got wasted like that, but if you see the beta cutscene with the original Travis's voice...
Your shining armor and fine words won't get you anywhere.
Oh my god, please, no. Yeah, I get it's like it's beta cutscene, but come on, my guy, please. Losing to a guy who sounds like that!
Huh? You want me to thank you? I like that.
Fuck you, you little prick.
She's kind of a very mid boss, if I was to be honest. Like, she's probably is the worst boss fight in the entire game. Not only from the whole fact that her whole fight is just like, run through a hallway and then go to the side of buildings to avoid said, I'm a firing my laser beam, whatever. Her entire existence feels so rushed compared to like everyone else in the game zone. Like, everyone else has like a pretty lengthy introduction cutscene that highlights the ramifications of what the job as an assassin does to them and establishes their dynamic with Travis. With her own, she almost feels a bit indifferent, which I guess can be sensible considering she literally has this very much established indifference towards male assassins in particular, or at least like guys who are like within her own profession. I mean, I already just said that. I guess that's the reason why they had Master Ryu get murdered by her, because he's very much around her same age group, so those guys probably fought each other before or encountered, or she's heard of him before because of the cutscene. When you reach to her, she's pretty much like, oh yes, Master Ryu, he was a good man, gotta run away to die. But then why is it that in her beginning cutscene after she murdered her opponent, she literally was all like, man, they never learn. Almost like she has like zero respect for the guy. Is she like trying to save face in front of Travis? Is that like a form of beggary or something? Was she trying to reconcile for her foolishness? I don't get it, bro. Like, her old existence feels a bit like an afterthought. It wasn't fully thought out by Suda, in my opinion. In fact, even the way when you kill her, you just have this one gag of like Sylvia just throwing her head at that one big guy's cleaner's head, and then she's like, it's so cool the way they die. And then the game is like, that's it.
No.
I mean, come on.
No.
Give it up.
No.
What? Like, you think Travis is gonna have some type of thought about this? Like, is he gonna have any like reflection on his master getting killed by her? No, he just goes,
Screw you guys.
like, the whole boss feels rushed. I don't like it. Anyway, on to the next one, because this boss is a whimper.
Let's see what you're made of, comfy boy.
What do you think of this boner I got?
Besides the fact that the guy has literally the greatest boss introduction of all time, he presumably is the greatest showman that the UAA has in their belts, because just look at him. This illustration, this design, he looks like a fucking JoJo character. And you can also tell that with his interaction with Travis. in the way he's just pretty much trying to flatter him and Sylvia throughout the entire fight. And you can tell that he's one of the very few assassins who 100% has that drive of energy and passion and love in a really fucked up dark way for his job as an assassin, which matches that of Travis's so well. That's why him and Travis have such amazing chemistry, that cutscene. Like, those two in a different timeline could be like absolute brothers. Like, those guys will literally be awesome together. But since they're killing, they just have this warped sense of camaraderie and respect, which sadly ends in blood loss because Travis does the most fucked up thing ever by throwing his katana in the dude's face.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
That for some reason doesn't cut his fucking head off, even though it aims straight at his eyes. I don't get it. It's the rule of cool. And then he has his own fucking assistants just brutally put him onto the
See, I'm legally blind.
That was the most disturbing entire game. I don't know why that's the case, because the guy, he is such a vibe, my guy. And what I got from Travis, that hey, him and Sylvia, that these two are indeed sickly in love with each other. So yeah, it took this guy's sacrifice in order to bring these two weirdos together, and I, for one, feel happy about that, because those two are definitely my favorite gaming couple. But besides that, the boss fight itself, it's okay, I guess. He does some trickery, like yeeting some pigeons at you, and then he spins around, and then he sometimes turns the screen upside down but doesn't mean shit. And he does have an insta-kill attack where if you don't press the button fast enough, you're gonna die. That never happened to me though. And can we talk about his banger boss theme? Enough said, bro.
Killing time!
Combat time!
Welcome to my castle.
Yeah, I know this one's very, very surprising considering, you know, she's the final boss and all that. I just find that the whole revelation for her feels a bit too random. Just have like a whole big fake out with you thinking, oh, you're gonna fight Darkstar. I said, no.
Oh my god.
Next thing, you just see Jean saying, yep, I'm your sister. Half sister, by the way. Even though we literally were in a lover's relationship before, which is pretty strange, by the way.
Someone standing behind my father and mother. That person killed my parents. I think I can see it. Almost.
Do you recognize the face?
Now I remember everything.
Well done, son. She was the girl you loved.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna kill you now, brother. But to be fair, the best thing to come out of her was definitely that fast forward cutscene where she's pretty much explaining her really fucked up backstory. Which if you slow down...
Okay. I'll make it short and quick. You are my half-brother. You know that manga called Miyuki? The Japanese one? Well, it's like that. Your father abandoned my mother to run off with your mother. It broke her heart beyond repair. She killed herself. Knowing I had nowhere to go, he took advantage of me. Ever since I can remember, he molested me. We lived in this rotten apartment, and I was his slave. Every day I cursed his soul. I swore that I would kill him one day. The cursing didn't change anything. That's when I decided to become a killer. With no money to pay for training, I paid with my body. But to you, I bet that son of a bitch looked like a hard-working family man. That was all an act. He didn't give two shits about cleaning up my life. So I decided to clean it up myself. That's why I do what I do. And I got what I wanted. Killing him in front of your very eyes. That's my story.
Imagine that. You and I. Brother and sister.
Something was wrong with her.
If they include that in the game, uncensored, it would have made the fight feel a bit uncomfortable, but you know, Suda51, he has a history in horror, but still, that backstory is a bit, okay. Her fight itself, it's pretty chill. Like, she does a lot of, like, weaving, like she's primetime Muhammad Ali or something. And her attacks does major damage. She's very aggressive. She's actually a pretty fun boss to come and think of it. Like, you can't really do the whole counter-attack spamming like you do with the other bosses. You can't even grab her because as soon as you try grabbing her, she's just gonna break your arm or some shit. Does nothing because Travis is an absolute unit. Like, this nigga literally gets stabbed in the heart. How? Okay, it didn't go that deep. She pleads for mercy, whatever, and then Travis is like, ugh, I'm sorry. I know your family, but we gotta do what we gotta do. And she's like, yep, we gotta do what we gotta do. We're assassins after all, and then she dies. He's like, and oh yeah, Shinobu Jacobs appears to save Travis. He doesn't really acknowledge her after said kill, so I don't get why she's there. Did they run out of time for dialogue or something, or I don't know. Gene's boss fight theme, it's alright. It's very laid back for a boss fight theme though, which I do think works to its favor with the really otherworldly aesthetic of the boss fight, because it also serves as an amazing contrast to that really creepy, eerie forest level you've been through prior to that, where it had a very creepy, ominous version of the No More Heroes theme with it. And also this...
That's what I call a banger.
Head monkey, what kind of music do you play?
Death metal.
So, Mr. Death Metal.
Except send you back to the people in a body bag.
I am the people.
He is crazy vital in expressing Travis's own goals as a character, as it serves as Travis's way of entering that paradise of him being in the riches of glory, pretty much being all rich and shit, getting all the babes and all the things he ever learned for his life. So he busts into this dude's compound the most flashiest way possible. Murders all his guards, and pretty much walks in trying to make a show off on himself to try to impress Death Metal, and Death Metal wasn't having any of it, because the guy, he pretty much achieved his own paradise. So he's pretty much just so sick of seeing people like him always coming to his backyard, always trying to kill him, and he happily obliged to fight him, because of course, like everyone else, this is all what he's meant for. He's just looking for that sweet release of death so he can leave this painful existence known as his own paradise. Because this paradise is probably nothing more than just pain and emptiness. That's why in the cutscene he's pretty much just alone. He has all these riches surrounded by this beautiful landscape, but he just feels ultimately like a complete lost soul wandering this world, just engaging in the riches, but he has nothing to really live for. So when Travis does come in, he actually feels a lot more happy. Even though just a second ago I was talking about him sounding annoyed, he actually is quite happy to fight him, because he's like, finally, if this guy can kill me, this is what I've been waiting for. And sure enough, as soon as he gets killed, he wasn't even angry. He was just like, I'm happy, OG. You did well. I'm proud. Alright, now take my head off. He just gets fucking murked in such a humiliating way, poor guy. Because Travis in this game, he's like a complete dickhead of a human being. Holy shit. So he's not like from No More Heroes 3 where he's very like laid back and controlled. No, this is the Travis who's a complete prick. So he has no respect for this guy's like warnings, essentially. To the point, even the fight itself, Travis himself was having second thoughts when fighting him. But it's so bad because you can't really hear shit from it because the sound mixing is truly terrible.
Hoy, what do you say?
Oh yeah, speaking of the fight, it's good actually. Pretty good introductory boss, you know? Where he has literally multiple clones of himself, and so you have to deal with trying to find out who's the real ones. It adds a bit of urgency, but not really, because if you were to have a boss that really this intense and early on in the game like this, you're probably going to make the player rage quit, so the clones win it. And yeah, that's Death Metal.
You motherfucker.
Let's shake! This guy, he is a masterclass in subverting expectations. So you literally start the fight, you see this big ass machine with a big big ass brain. And then you see this really enthusiastic, flamboyant German scientist dude who pretty much is like, I'm ready, you ah! And then you have the greatest cutscene ever of just the game counting down, the inevitable explosion that Mr. Let's Shake is gonna pull on Travis's ass, who, honestly speaking, he will not survive, or probably he would, because Travis at this point survived so much bullshit, but still. The Singaporean crotch chops to the screen. Eat this! Then guess who comes in? Oh my god, it's Sir Henry motherfucker.
Allow me to communicate with you momentarily. Why are fellows conversing that you're going around conversing that you've had sexual relations with my father and the likes?
And you think you're going to be fighting this guy who just came in and just ruined your badass mega big boss against this big ass dude, but nope. As soon as the results screen pops up, see Sylvia blow a big ass whistle on you and you're just like, what? Where the fuck is he? What happened? And then he just walks home all dissatisfied and that's about it. I mean, despite there not being a boss fight, the whole cutscene alone, it's literally one of the best things about this damn game, bro. The game literally does not give a shit and is willing to just go out there and subvert expectations this late into the game is absolutely nuts, especially you having to build up money just to get to this boss. You can feel the frustration of that Travis, because you as a player probably feels pissed off, but then you see how also the cutscene is and you forgive the game, because Suda is a fucking genius. And before I go on, I think there's a theory I have for this fight, because it might just not be a real fight at all. Because when you first encounter Henry, he literally just a shadowy figure, you see a corpse in the beginning, there's no acknowledgement of it, and then essentially that's Let's Shake guy, he actually did exist. Because he does come back in No More Heroes 2 and acknowledges how anticlimactic the fight was in the first game. But the Henry encounter might be fake, because literally, Sylvia, as soon as the cutscene ends,
Chaos exists. I knew it. I told you.
which is pretty uncharacteristic of her as a character, because it honestly feels like she's a bit worried for Travis's mental state and thinks that he's sick or something.
That's fucked up. That's the
Which he probably is, so yeah, he probably did run up to this big ass empty desert to literally see the guy kill himself, like Mr. Let's Shake killing himself, and just runs at nothing. That might be the case, bro. Because you also see the big ass explosion crater when the fight is over, so he did get blown up, so essentially Mr. Let's Shake probably did explode himself, which makes this whole scene even better, because he probably was amping himself like this much, and then he miscalculated it so badly that he ended up just blowing himself up in front of Travis, because Travis is able of blocking all these big ass explosions and beams, because that whole Speedbuster fight was proof that he can actually block a bunch of big ass near lethal weapons and shit. So yeah, he probably just killed himself like a complete dolt.
Holy summer. Still just a fight.
What the fuck? She's a bit of a doozy. Not in the way that she's bad or anything, more like, I mean, she is a baddie, yeah, I admit that. I mean, like, the sense that she pretty much just offers the most amount of empathy out of anyone else. Like, she, obviously, like everyone else, is very, very tired of this job. But she almost has a sense of pity towards Travis with how enthusiastic he is about murdering and being a part of this profession, yes. It's seen how she was just giving him a pop quiz about the guy's life choices and just questioning if the guy was willing to continue to pursue being an assassin or what. Or just to know what type of assassin he is, and then she's pretty much just confirms that, yep, he's a bud. And Travis, he's like, Eternia doesn't tell the facts, I want to stick out the face to back it up. And gets short-sighted by some random hole that she dug up, which also works as a metaphor for how Travis at this point, who's pretty much way over his head, and doesn't plan ahead before
I just wanna catch my fish.
taking any risk, essentially. So Holy literally just exploits the guy's stupidity and nearly kills him, but the guy for some reason fucking survive all these multiple explosions because his katana from eBay can literally survive anything, or the guy just has this huge dexterity in his body that literally prevents him from literally just getting fucked up by things that can just kill him, unless it's a fucking baseball bat. Why am I talking about that? And when you get to the fights, I'm not gonna lie, I hate her boss. Fucking hate those holes.
Voice chat input mode, put it to open.
and she just constantly running sonic speed towards halfway across the damn field. So when I try chasing her, I have to be careful of those damn piles. Also avoiding these missiles literally guides straight to the damn tunnels as well. So yeah, lots of fun. She's such a fun boss to fight that killing her actually feels more satisfying. And when you are about to kill her, Travis, he becomes the ultimate cuck lord and decides to be like, I can't do this. And the reason why? Because she's a woman. Oh shit! And of course, she is obviously taken aback by it because she's an assassin. She fought lots of men. They were willing to kill her when they had a chance. And Travis, this fucking loser dork otaku dude, literally is like, oh, I watch all this anime, so I see that men, they're not supposed to like murder women. Despite the fact it's totally okay for the men to like absolutely whoop their asses and slap them if they're out of line. She points out how it's really not a good idea to let people go because of personal reasonings, which Travis does actually learn from this when he ends up murdering Jean, because like, yeah, if she was to let go, she'll probably come back and bite him in the ass. And so she pretty much just blows herself up right in front of him. And he literally just hugs her corpse.
I just wanna catch my fish.
And this is the first time Travis has actually acknowledges an assassin as a human being. And that's all because of her kind words, her wisdom, and because she has tits, so yeah, good on her. Yeah, Travis pretty much says that he loves her soul.
I was late in saying this, but I love your soul.
Please, I just can't take the loneliness anymore.
While holding her corpse.
No! No! No!
Listen to my song.
Why is it that the assassins who are willing to be singers are always such bangers, man? You got Dr. Pease, Margaret, and then you got, oh wait.
Shut up!
Dr. Pease, man, he's honestly the most emotionally charged assassin out of anyone you fight in this game. Honestly, guy, he's the one I actually feel the most like shit when killing, but also accepting of having to kill him because, again, he's an assassin who had lots of family problems. Like, it's a very relatable issue in the sense that he's so addicted to his job that he does not have the time to spend with his family, which ends up giving him an estranged relationship with his wife and his daughter, which is just absolutely devastating to see, man. Seeing how the guy, before you meet him, he's just singing his heart out because the UAA pretty much allowed him to rent out the stadium so he can like probably sing his last performance.
The reservation.
The association took care of it, of course.
Fuck. My entry fee.
Because again, at this stage, he's very much just at peace of where he is now. He's obviously very sorrowful of his job, but he also can't stop doing it because he has this passion of being a murderer, which Travis just obviously exploits with his own indulgence of wanting to fight this man. It's to the point it makes Dr. Pease say this insane line.
Don't die on me too quickly. I want to gorge myself on the sense of fulfillment till I vomit.
Man, this is what I live for.
I love this. This is what I live for!
The fight itself, it's cool. It's very cool, actually. It's in the sense that he's a zoner character, of course. He has guns. That's literally how he fights. So every time you're far away from him, you gotta avoid all those, like, instant charge attacks, because those things will do a lot of damage. And since your beam katana is running on shrooms, you gotta be careful of blocking too much, because if you do, you gotta recharge, and then you take that opportunity to just shoot you in the ass, which I think the fight really teaches the player on how to be good with your dodges and counters, if you really want to survive later on in the game. So this fight is a very cool vessel for that. And speaking of which, near the end of the fight, you pretty much have like a quick time event draw, where if you fuck up, you comically get shot in the ass and have to do it again. It's funny.
Don't kid yourself. Playtime is over.
You're not that guy. Trust me, you're not that guy.
You essentially kill him, unfortunately.
Oh, great heavens!
And Travis gives the mic to him to say one last thing. And essentially, he's sorry for everything. He's accepting of his fate, and he goes away like an absolute champ. And Travis, by telling the guy,
It's open mic night in hell, old man. Sing all you want down there.
Who are you talking to right now?
Travis, you're a dickhead. Fuck you. I love you, by the way. And yeah, that's the boss. The brother's brilliant. Enough said.
What's that in your hand? A toy?
Shinobu Jacobs. Her reputation precedes her, in the sense that her whole character is just like a mirror of that Travis in a way, if he was driven by nothing but vengeance, because she decided to become this samurai chick for the sake of avenging her father. Not for glory, not for riches, not to find that paradise like what Travis is doing. She's only doing this so she can get somebody killed. Which, by the way, is a very subtle nod for where's Travis's direction gonna be the next game. Like, Shinobu is literally driven by so much blood that she literally murders her own classmates for the crime of noticing Travis running into the room just to be like, "Hey, sup?"
Are you fucking retarded?
The guys, they have no idea. They're like, "Oh, it must be some type of toy or something. You must be going from some convention, right?" What the fuck? It really makes her kind of sociopathic, which drives me the wrong way, but that makes her so interesting because she's willing to just become a complete psycho just for the sake of having this facade of being this samurai by the code, which isn't too far off considering samurais in real life literally do murder innocent civilians all the time. So she's taking her cosplay aspirations way too hard, which is insane. Seriously, her cutscene leading up to her boss fight, such iconic dialogue. Her saying,
Are you asking out of tactical curiosity? Or are you just fucking with me?
and then literally the next shot, she's all like,
I just turned my back, but you didn't strike. You are
"You're fucking with me!" And Travis, he's so focused on trying to look cool and shit that he's making this fight be all about honor or some bullshit reasoning like that. To the point that he is absolutely taken aback by how nimble she is as a fighter, and literally is able to produce all these damn sonic swords. And he's literally like, "What the hell was that?" In her fight, it's actually it's a really fun fight, bro. Like, generally, people don't like it for the way she's constantly spamming the sonic swords and Hadouken all the time, but damn, bro, she's very nimble. She has so many attacks. You could definitely tell that the team had a lot of fun, like, programming her as a fight, honestly, because she is nimble. She has literally this big-ass rare fuck you move that can actually take off all of your health if you're unlucky enough to fall victim for it. And let me tell you, the first time that happened to me, I literally my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen it happen to me until recently. I played this game for years and that shit happened to me the first time. I lost. I was like, what the fuck? This game is so awesome, bro. I'm discovering new things about this game all the time. And her fight theme, it slaps, bro. And the end of it, she essentially kind of succumbs to getting killed by him, since, you know, she's a samurai. They lose fights, they pretty much just go on their knees begging their opponent, "Finish me. I don't deserve to live anymore since I brought shame and dishonor to my people." And then Travis is like, "Bro, you're cringe, bro. Get out of here. Even though I'm just going to let you live because, again, you're a girl and I'm honorable."
Kill yourself after you kill me.
Guys, love yourself. That's all I gotta say.
And obviously Shinobu's grateful for this because essentially she realizes that, oh, maybe this guy ain't that bad.
Master.
You know, the dude's entire existence always feels like a mystery to me. Like, the dude has the knack of just appearing in all the most random of circumstances. Like, the first time he appears has some Shaoli silhouettes during that Let's Shake fight. The next time he appears after murdering Let's Shake, he gloats to Travis how this fight has pretty much been destined by fate for them to fight whatever, and Travis is just obviously baffled by the whole thing, just like the player.
Your instincts serve you well. I don't know who you are or what you want, Sir Henry. Where are your manners? That was my kill, you naughty boy.
Shut your mouth, you little fool. I'm gonna dance on your head.
The next shot, he disappears. They don't reference it again. Sylvia seems all confused and all that shit. The next moment, he saves Travis from getting jumped by some random nigga who decides to jump the guy while he's taking a shit.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
For some reason, after saving Travis, the guy's saying that Travis is a fucking embarrassment for doing that shit, like he's an embarrassment to their kind. He made the heinous crime of taking a shit
You're a disgrace to yourself and all those you've killed.
Okay, and then he takes the opportune moment to just reveal that he is his long-lost brother, which again Travis responds appropriately.
All news to me. I'm gonna need shock treatment to get over this one.
And then this guy has to go saying that he and him are going to continue fighting like this forever, and Travis is pretty much freaking out, being like, bro, I just want to get out of this paradise. I think I made a mistake doing this shit. And this fucking weirdo is all like, well, too bad for you, bro. That's just how it is, bro. That's just how the game goes, bro. And yeah.
Let's go!
There's this cultural clash with him that feels almost intentional by Suda, where it feels like this argument of like East versus West, where despite the fact that they come from very different parts and cultural backgrounds, they both brag about honor and following a code of ethic, but they're both counteracted by how extreme they both go with their personalities. With Travis being very loud and brash, Henry Cooldown comes across as a bit more like sly, pretty much like the opposite of Travis, who's a complete hothead, and you can tell with the way he moves around elegantly with his sword and fighting prowess. While Travis strikes with like a very almost like amateurish and show-offy way, Henry is just a lot more refined, which leads to the boss fight. That's actually quite challenging. It is pretty much a long skill check, or mostly just in the sense if you know how to shallow dodge, because yeah man, he has so many attacks where he just does a fury of slashes and shit. He is begging the player to have him get countered. Oh no! And speaking of countering, he has this one move where if you do not dodge at the right moment, you get to experience what I consider to be like the greatest death animation I've seen in this entire game. Oh my god, just watch.
He needs some milk!
Like, isn't that like the coolest scene ever? And also the guy who voices him voices Raiden from Metal Gear Revengeance, which is an awesome fact, by the way. Just wanted to put that there because I absolutely love Revengeance, so...
Inshallah.
Destroy man. Come and get some.
God, this guy. There's a reason why he appears in all three of these games.
The FBI have already classified him as a serial killer.
The first time you encounter this man is when you walk into a movie set filled with all these dead people.
If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
And Travis is obviously like taken back by it because he's like, wait, there's no way this delivery guy is my opponent, man. There's no fucking way. Well, whatever, I guess. Let's go and fight. And then the guy is all like, hey, can you give me a second? Like, for what, bro? And then he's like, just give me 1 second, I beg you, please, sir. And then Travis was like, but why? Kind sir, I beg you, just give me 1 second. This integral second of allowing me to just change my clothes without you looking. I beg you, sir.
Alright. Nigga.
The next shot, you see him in his cosplay outfit, and it's like, holy shit. He looks like an absolute dork. I love it. And Travis is like, this motherfucker. That was a close one. I was gonna make it. I gotta stay on my toes. And then the fucking Destroy Man's all like, bro.
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Cosplay?
I didn't mean to do that. That was my fault. I honestly am not right in the head. I'm just had a really bad day, okay? Let's just shake hands, bro. And then Travis was like, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, boss. And then he's like, psych! And then he gets fucking electrocuted and he lets off like the most cathartic laughter that I've seen a piece of shit ever do.
Why so serious?
And that leads to the point of like what his character is about. He literally is a guy who takes sadistic pleasure in being an assassin. He loves being an assassin.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people.
And that's so that he could put up an unassuming facade of not only being a superhero,
I'm a goddamn superhero.
Which is meant to be like an iconography of saving people's lives and being protector of truth and justice, but also that being a delivery driver, nobody takes seriously, and they're just seen as like a public servant, nothing else. So he puts up this front and just enjoys just murdering people in the most fucked up ways possible. Because he's a complete sociopath.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man.
Reason why, like, even Travis, when he kills him, Destroy Man is so pathetic that even when he's getting killed, he begs for mercy. And then Travis is like, seriously, my guy, you're really begging for mercy at this point. After doing all the shit you did to me, he's like, yes, man, show mercy. Please. And then he's like, yeah, sure, fine, there you go. And then he probably won't just let him bleed out to death. Instead, the guy went for like one cheap shot after another, which is literally just to have nipple guns. Nipple guns. He just gets fucking like sliced in the head almost immediately because Travis was so done. Like, the best part is that Travis did this in the most like whatever motion ever. He literally got the most embarrassing death in the entire franchise, and that's very fitting for his character. Speaking of which, his boss fight, it's awesome. Again, this is like where the game really is cooking the bosses. Like, holy shit, I love the way he's constantly shelling out his beam attacks and shit, which isn't really a good strategy, but he contributes to his ego. A guy who's way over his head, who's just enjoying this job way too much. Also, a certain point at the fights, he literally just flies up being hanged on by wires, which is also something you can see even when he's on the ground. You can just see the wires just gliding him around, which is a really fun detail to show how fake he is, essentially. It's literally just a way of showcasing how the studio is almost like a part of his arsenal, essentially. And also shows how fake he is with his persona of being a superhero. So when you literally just destroy a bunch of equipment around the studio to push it down, he literally just falls in his own ass and he never does it again. And also his theme literally just describes the guy's character to a T, of like the mechanisms of his suit at play, showcasing like the complete chaos of the guy's psyche and his character as a whole. It generally is a great piece of video game music. Really, he is such an insanely cool dude. But he does serve as a warning to Travis of what it looks like if an assassin literally was just nothing more than just a serial killer. Because that's essentially what he is, he's a serial killer. The guy has no honor, no respect. He just treats everything like that, like a game to him, for his own sick pleasure, so yeah. He's a very, very out there character, and the franchise filled with so many out there characters.
I was happy as hell when I found out Vaughn was dead. I cooked for the whole day.
I was relieved for the community, man.
You think you're bad, don't you? You think you're bad, don't you?
Oh my goodness, this boss.
Oh my goodness.
Lord help us!
There's a reason why she is a fan favorite, and she also came back in Travis Strikes Again.
I can explain.
And 3. Anyway, bad girl, holy shit, she scares me. And you wanna know why? Well, first of all, first time you see her, she literally is in this batting practice room that's for some reasons interconnected with a meat grinder. Stupid! All the dead, like, clones. Absolutely insane shit that creeps me the fuck out to no end. But anyway, she notices you.
It's over. I have done.
Immediately goes up to get some beard, where it is established that she is a drunk. Which, mind you, she's only 23 years old, so this is very, very concerning behavior.
Want a drink?
Pass.
Well, all that immediately changed as soon as Travis said this.
You're no assassin. You're just a perverted killing maniac.
At that point, she just became immediately pissed, like insanely pissed. Like, she became so triggered by how this guy has the goal to think that he's better than her in any sense of the word, when in reality he's just a complete sociopathic murderer like her. The difference is that she acknowledges that she's not right in the head as well. She's an angry bitch. Not my words, it's hers.
Pop quiz. Why am I such an angry bitch? There, I said it.
And acknowledges that her work isn't really altruistic or honorable at all, which actually you gotta give credit to her. Immediately she just gets up her ass and just like, come on bro, let's throw down hands, man. Let me prove to you how wrong your philosophy is, bitch. Which honestly is pretty fucking terrifying the first time I played this game, because you literally see her face and it's like, bro, her eyes, bro. Her fucking eyes absolutely screw her mental status, bro. Like, you see her in all these illustrations and all that shit's all cute and shit, but then you see her in the game and it's like a fucking jump scare, bro. And man, her whole fight has the most like foreboding atmosphere in the entire game, in my opinion. Because as soon as you start the fight, you literally see her just standing there, menacing, coupled with the fact you're hearing her demon just going all haywire with the sirens going. It immediately just communicates this sense of imminent death and danger to a fight that no other in the game really communicates as strongly. But that makes sense, considering it literally is very true to the psyche of her character. In that it has a bit of a runway model, hypnotic, catchy flow with it, but then is also interlaced with a really dark synth bass line that's present throughout the track. With the electronica music going all haywire, oh yeah. It literally shows how absolutely, like, mentally gone she is at this point. Being stuck in this cycle of violence over and over and over. And it showcases how crazy she really is. Because speaking of crazy, her fight is surprisingly more challenging than it looks, because, like, yeah, she really does hit hard, like, really damn hard. Her hits drain so much of your battery life, even when you fully upgrade it. She constantly performs all these unblockable attacks, and if you hit her much enough, she literally just makes a beeline straight to the conveyor belt and literally just whacks a clone towards you, like a missile. Which does a lot of hefty damage if you are unlucky to not dodge it in time. But if you manage to be lucky with your timing, you're able to hit the clone immediately back at her. But then she will just immediately hit it back at you. But if you get very, very lucky, you can hit her back immediately. Which is literally the most satisfyingly hype shit I've managed to do in recent gaming history. I just managed to do it after all these years. Very proud of that moment. And she has the pleasure of being one of the only assassins to actually have a second phase to her fight, where she spits alcohol towards her bat and literally just flames it in a very, very dramatic manner. Holy fuck. This means more damage to you, and she has an area of effect attacks, so you gotta be careful of that. Speaking of careful, the last one. And it's the one that everybody who's played this boss is very familiar with. A beginner's trap. It's the part where she literally just randomly decides to cry on her knees. You think, oh, I guess it's a free attack, alright. This boss ain't that hard. That she's like, psych! And literally just insta-kills you with her fucking baseball. Which is absolutely insane. But then very rarely she actually does cry for real, and that's when you can actually strike her. You literally just need to see her cry with both her hands in her face. That moment honestly feels very, very creepy. Pain and turmoil of her mind. It's become so fractured and dazed with all this killing, this fighting's probably overwhelming her to the point that she just breaks down crying in the midst of a fight to the death. It's honestly insanely gas, man. Man, I pity her for real. And the very end of the fights.
Fuckface!
Not against these spankings.
Listen to me, mister. I learned it too!
She literally just beats him up to the inch of his life, to the point this Travis dumbass is literally like, oh my god, I yield! I yield! And then she's like, I won! And Travis is absolutely traumatized.
I just wanna catch my fish.
To the point he literally just passes out.
Hey, disconnected!
Which is insane, because I'm pretty sure that she is one of the only people in the franchise to canonically nearly murder this dude. It's absolutely crazy bitch behavior. Everything from her look to the way her boss was designed, her boss tune to her boss stage, just about everything about it just screams brilliance from Suda. And overall, it just makes for a really kick-ass and memorable boss fight that I will never forget in my years of gaming. So yeah, God bless. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that like, comment, and sub button. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you and peace out.
Moe.